Are we live? I believe we are. Hopefully, we are live and everything is working. I hope so. Let me double check to ensure that everything is working. I don't want to see anything. Recently, I have had some issues with my streams and everything. But, anyways, welcome everybody to my stream. Today, we are doing something a little bit different. I don't know why I have my headphones on. Up. Today, we are doing something not a little bit, but completely different than what I used to do. I usually do gameplays and game streams and Red Dead Redemption and things like that. But now we're actually doing a game news, something that I'm really excited about. There is a new game announced in the community that has taken everything a little bit, shock everybody. And it came out of nowhere. So that is something that we're going to talk about today. It's basically a new city builder game developed in Unreal Engine 5, which is something we haven't. I don't know. Are there any city builder games in Unreal 5, Unreal Engine 5? I don't know. But anyway, it's a true city builder game, as you would say, competing with Cities Skylines. It is not released. They have just released the trailer, and I'm pretty sure there is a bunch of time remaining before they go with the game and everything. But anyway, I think this is going to be interesting. We are here, and I think I'm live on YouTube as well. So for those of you who want to join there, feel free. And if you're watching this after the stream has finished, you're probably watching the Twitch VOD or you're probably watching it on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And feel free to check out my Twitch channel, YouTube channel, and also my other channel where I'm posting short form, not short form, but more condensed long form videos instead of live stream. Again, Phantom Gaming for everywhere. And yeah, let's get started. I think we are live, and I think my microphone is working as well as far as I can tell. So we're pretty good, and we should be fine. For those of you who want to join this conversation, I will have a session at the end of the stream where we can talk about the game a little bit more in detail. On our in the Discord community, so you should be able to join that as well. And where the hell is my chat? There we go. All right, let me send a few messages in the chat as well. Welcome to something different. There we go. So yeah, chat is working, everything is working, so I'm really excited. I'm taking things a little bit slow because there is an ad running right now on the Twitch, so I'm gonna try to keep things a little bit slow. And once that is done, we will start talking. I already have my tea here. Look at this. So you guys might want to get something yourself as well. And let's talk about the game. Let's talk about what this is all about. And let's also talk about something else as well. This is something that I don't usually do. I am really sorry if everything seems like very disorganized, and also I'm really sorry about the background. Uh, I'm using the remove background on the uh, NVIDIA Shadow, no, broadcast app. I'm using that one to remove that, and then I'm also using an image of just Phantom Gaming behind me. I know it does not look very good, but it's a quick fix. I don't know. I'm not really used to just talking videos, and I'm not used to talking, with nothing in the background or a game or something running. So this is something different for me. I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. I'm not really uncomfortable. I just feel more like I'm talking to you guys more, in person and whatnot. So I think this stream is gonna be interesting. Just waiting for the, to finish, and hopefully everything is running smoothly. Let me reconfirm everything. Yeah, it seems like my stream quality is pretty good. Health is pretty good. No drop frames or anything like that. So I'm really happy. Okay, there we go. So everything should be good. Now I'm also gonna go and get into my Discord community as well. we will have a second. Okay, I think we're pretty much good. I'm just going through some of my social media while I wait for everything, but yeah. Okay, makes sense. Everything is up and running. All right. So, what is this gonna be? Let me pull up my plan for the stream. I have not done anything. I also need to put something on social media as well that we're live, you know? Hi, Seba. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Your base is a city now, a new city. It's a city builder game we're currently talking about, but the base, I'm coming back to that very soon in Minecraft. I've been talking to a lot of people about it, but anyway, I'll be back and you will see. I'll probably, you know, build something better than your best, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. It's gonna be a direct competition, you know. But as soon as I join, these days are kind of stressing a little bit, so as soon as I'm there, you better start doing something better as well, because I am gonna put you out. It's gonna be me, the king of the new server. You know. How are you? How are you doing? It has been a long time since we talked. Let me post into social media. There we go. Anyway, today's stream is a little bit different. This is something I have not really done, just talking videos, you know. But since we're talking about games and whatnot, I thought we're gonna do it. I don't really feel very, you know, at home with this kind of videos and this kind of live stream because there is usually always something that I'm playing. There is a game happening in the background, so I don't have that, which is kind of a little bit difficult, you know. I have to keep talking, I guess. No creative allowed though. Oh, I'm not gonna use creative mode. I am gonna be creative myself, you know, my own creativity. That's gonna be awesome. You know, I'm a good person. I don't cheat, right? You know me. By the way, are you keeping an eye on the City Builder games? There is a new City Builder game that today we're talking about, City Masterplan. I don't know if you are into like city building genres or not, but if you have played City Skyline, you definitely want to keep an eye on this game. They have just released the trailer, so there isn't much more than that. Last one I played was SimCity 3000 when I was 14. Really? That long time. What other games, like apart from Minecraft, what other games do you play the most? There's also another game called Windrose. By the way, Bandit actually gave a gift to me. You know, gifted it to me. So there is that one as well that I need to play. I play a lot of games, but not a favorite one. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You should probably. Yeah, I think play Minecraft. I think that's gonna be the best for us. At least it's good for the servers. You're online all the time, so that is good. Okay, let me put this window on here because I'm looking at that the most. So we're gonna be here, and then I'll have my chat up here as well. Such a good game. Yep, such a good game. I don't know how this stream is gonna go. It's in the just chatting category, so might be bad, might be good. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Ooh, I definitely need to change my background. This I mean, it's kind of okay, kind of, self promotion and whatnot, but definitely need to change it. I'm removing the background using the NVIDIA broadcaster, so getting a good background would be nice. But currently, I'm just using an image, and okay. I think it is time that we jump into the game a little bit. There we go. So, what is our plan for this stream? Well, it's gonna be probably like 1 hour of something like that stream, and then we will jump back into another game. We're gonna close the stream, then we're gonna do another one with a proper game. Probably I'll go to sleep. It's already like almost 12 a.m. for me, so definitely just go to sleep. I don't know. I have work tomorrow, work. So yeah, I think we're gonna jump into City Masterplan. So far, what we know, we have a trailer that is released on the, you know, YouTube as well as on Steam, and then we have a Steam page that we can review, talk about City Skylines a little bit, how it competing with that, and then also do some post-mortem of the trailer and also the Steam page to see how this game, kind of competes with City Skylines. Extract as much information or as much features as possible from the trailer and the Steam page. And I think this is going to be awesome. I haven't done something like this before, so really sorry if it doesn't go according to my plan, but let's see. I think we should... Okay, I think a screen share would be nice. Let me jump into that. Okay, there we go. I think my screen is visible, right? Yep, and OBS it is, so hopefully it is. Okay, so far what we know about City Masterplan, well, it's a city building game. It's from one studio. Basically, this also translates directly to their plan for the game as well as one-on-one scale city building game. But their official description is a City Masterplan is a highly realistic city building simulation game designed intricate road networks, many deep economies, and sharp terrain to build your one-on-one dream city. From strategic planning to creative detailing, bring your ultimate metropolis to life. So, pretty bold claims there. It says realistic city building game, one-on-one scale. It also says road networks. So there is going to be multiple of roads, deep economies, shape terrain. By the way, when I looked into the trailer, we're going to look into the trailer just shortly. I was really impressed with the landscaping tool. That was something I would have definitely loved in City Skyline 2. But yeah, so again, simulation game, city builder, it's also an indie game. And the studio is also in China, which is kind of different, I guess. So I'm really excited to see how it goes. Again, it says coming soon. We don't have official date. We don't have anything like that. We don't have the game demo or anything like that. So this is gonna take like probably a while before it is officially released. I am pretty sure they are planning on doing betas because they did mention it in the YouTube description as well. That they will be running beta and there will be access maybe to specific people to play it. So I'm really excited for that as well. So let's go and look into that. By the way, the video that I've published, it has been 6 days so far and there are almost 500,000 views on that. Look at that. I hope the screen is visible, but that is a pretty good number for 6 days. So released on April 8th, which right now it is 14 for me. It's gonna turn into 15 very soon, but for you guys it's gonna be 14, I think. And in 6 days it got 500,000 views. So the community is definitely keeping an eye on this thing. And their official description says, ever played a city build? You know what? Let's look into the trailer first before we talk about anything. Let's let's hear what we have in the trailer, and then we're gonna do deep dive on the trailer as well. I have already downloaded it, but we're gonna, watch it on YouTube. So imagine the city. Let's do it. Build without limits. I really love the music. It kind of gives me a city skyline vibe. So I just realized there might not be an audio for you guys from the trailers because I did not attach my headphones to my stream. See, this is what I'm talking about. Landscaping too. Pretty good. Nice. Mobility, education, health, development. Hi, hola. I can easily do that in Minecraft. Well, we can do a lot of things in Minecraft, but this game is competing with Cities Skylines. So that was the trailer, and as you can see, we have a ton of things that we can go through. There is a ton of content in the trailer, and I think we're gonna jump into that next. But before, let's look into their video description as well. So, ever played a city builder and thought just a little more, a bigger map, more realistic scale, traffic logic that actually makes sense? We felt the same way, so we built our own City Masterplan. The first gameplay trailer is now live, built on Unreal Engine 5. City Masterplan is realistic, city building simulation featuring true one-on-one scale architecture, photorealistic lighting, and massive seamless map to bring your dream city to life. And yes, you will still need to make sure your trucks aren't having an existential crisis on the highway, your residents don't right over a missing part and figure out why the factory is always one shipment short. City Builder veterans, you know the track. Wishlist on Steam, then they forgot to add the link to the Steam as well. I actually reached out to them on email as well and told them that they need to update their description. But I'm pretty sure they're getting bombarded with a lot of emails and DMs and everything. So join the community and get close beta access, a Discord code. So they have a Discord server. Currently, they said get closed beta access, but they don't have any betas currently running that I am aware of. At least they have also mentioned that in the Discord as well that there is currently no, beta running, and it will be announced very soon. So something that I'm excited about. We're hiring Unreal Engine 5 devs, system designers, and technical artists. I'm assuming TM remote worldwide, recruit at citymasterplan.com. So they're also promoting open positions as well. So it kind of tells me that it's not a fully developed team, and I think they're still hiring for people, which means there is a lot of work remaining in the game. But yeah, that is so for that. I don't think so. These are related. These are related videos. Let's look into them. Who's they from? Yeah, somebody just mentioned it to add it to there. Maybe they are. I don't know. It is probably a developer or someone. Okay, that is not something I want to watch. Okay, so in the comment section again, Planner Players. He's for those of you who are already familiar with City Skylines and city building genres, you already know who City Planner Plays is. So a lot of people are really excited about it, including me as well. We have $2.20 here as well. Uh, yeah, I think we also have Bifa as well. Lots of promise here. Can't wait to see how it goes. So yeah, we have a lot of people here that I personally watch a lot, and I personally watch their city buildings and cities content as well. So yeah, overcharged egg is also here. So these are some of the people that I tier master is here. I might be not. I may not know everyone involved in the City Skyline community, but these are the people that I personally watch a lot and watch their content as well. So yeah, something that I'm also excited about. So let's deep dive. The first thing that I want to look into is their team because they are saying they're currently hiring for developers. And if you go to their websites, we can see there is a trailer and then there is a contact detail, wish list and Steam now. Very simple website, nothing major, nothing crazy. The trailer video that's already posted on YouTube, it's linked here. And then there says contact us and give their contact email, and then they're also looking for recruitment as well, so their recruitment email is here as well. They did not specifically mention who they're hiring in here, but they did mention it in the video description. So I'm assuming most people are gonna know them from the video description than people coming into their website anyway. So I think that's pretty good. Then they do have a lot of social media, so Discord, X, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Steam links up there. And if we change here the language, it's going to change into Chinese, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know how to read this, but hey, look at that. I also have a different YouTube video for the Chinese version as well, I think. Not now. The request was rejected. So they probably took it down, maybe. Or probably we don't have access to it anyway. By this, it looks like they're targeting both like the Chinese market as well as the international market as well, as they have different videos on different platforms for them. So I'm assuming they're targeting everybody overall. And I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not 100% sure what's gonna be the strategy here and what the developers have already planned out. But yeah, seems like we have a very basic website here, nothing major here. Now the next thing is looking into, I guess, the Discord community. I'm already in the Discord as well. There isn't anything major happening there as well. So if I bring in my Discord here, so there we go. That's just a simple. They have rules and links, announcements, and then there is just general section. We don't have anything in the announcement yet, so then there is the general channel where everybody is talking, and they also have a team as well here who is very active in the community. It seems like I'm saying very active because a lot of people are sending messages in here, and he's trying to keep up with them. But the thing is that he's not a native English speaker as well, so he might be a little bit, you know, of he might need some translation, something in. I think he can speak English. I don't know if it's he or she, but the team. I'm gonna refer to them as the team. I think English is since not their first language. I'm pretty sure they can speak it, but they probably need some translation or something here and there. But anyway, so there is nothing major in the Discord. The suggestion section has already piled up as well. As you can see, there is a ton of suggestion here. People are talking about music, mix between SimCity and City Skyline, alpha test, zoning, detailing. I have seen all sort of like the player styles that we usually see in City Skyline, like the detailers, the landscapers, the just building average cities and all and everybody, and they are doing a ton of things, and they're suggesting a ton of things here as well. We have economic session, making cities walkable first person view. That's actually a pretty good suggestion. You know what? That's pretty good. Rush into your game, so we already get that market as well. Procedural building generation. Linux support. People ask also asking for Linux. I don't know when that's gonna be. Currently, they only say coming soon on PC, which means it's also gonna be pretty late on the other platforms as well, like Xbox and PS5 or whatever the new releases at that time when they're releasing the game. Realistic industry, Turkish language. So they're getting a lot of suggestions and a lot of things from different countries, Russian, Turkish, Turkey. I think that's now the official name. I think so. They're getting a lot of suggestions, BRTs and branches. That's actually pretty good. Plot-based zoning, ditch the grid. I think this is already something that is happening in the game. We're going to look into that a little bit more in detail, but I think this is something that is already happening. Citizen demand contracts. So again, people are trying to put on as much feature as they can from City Skyline, as well as give their own suggestions as well. So yeah, Discord channel, my support, lots of players were down by Cities Skylines now offering support. macOS, oh, yeah, I think some of these things are gonna be like pretty late. Optimization, 600 low setting, and at a low in GPU. Oh, a lot of people have actually downvoted that one. I don't know if it's gonna be pretty good on like low-end PCs though, because what they have in the system requirement, which we're gonna look into in a little bit more detail, you will see that I don't think so it's gonna be playable with that graphics card, 580 or 570. And density via infill and animation. Again, that's their Discord. If you want to join, they have already link in the video description as well. So definitely check it out. Definitely go and subscribe to this channel. By the way, they already have 10.8k subscriber as well, just from this one video. I think it's the only one that I saw. At least there is nothing more here on their channel. Again, it's gonna be everything related to City Masterplan and everything they want to do here. A cutting-edge city builder powered by Unreal Engine 5, stunning global illumination and highly detailed asset deliver photorealistic urban landscape, featuring a 24 by 24 kilometer seamless map. Again, something that we're gonna look into the more detail as well a little bit later, the map size and everything. But yeah, that is pretty much their social media. And now let's look into their things in a little bit more detail. See how much feature we have. We have a ton of things in the Steam page as well here, as you can see, a lot of things. But the first thing that I want to look into is going to be the system requirements, because this is a little bit important. I think it's going to be important for everyone who wants to play this game. The minimum system requirements are currently pending, and I'm assuming it's going to be pending for a lot while. Even if they share it, I don't think so it's going to be the true minimum requirements. But yeah, what they are doing, I think it's going to need a pretty strong system to even play at a medium to low settings as well. Again, 64-bit processors, Windows 10 Home processor pending. Memory 16 GB of RAM minimum. I am thinking that is pretty good amount, because I don't know, a lot of people may only have 16 GB RAM in their system. And the game might take like what 10 to 20 GB after that maybe. Graphics card is also pending for minimum direct 12, 60 GB of available space and SSD required. Now 60 GB of available space, it means they're gonna try to keep the game to 60 GB, which is also good, but I just want to make sure, at least I hope that the assets are pretty high quality but more performance oriented, because 60 GB, if you look at the games nowadays they're releasing, it's like every single game is easily 100 GB or something like that, 80 GB, 100 GB, 120 GB. So it's going to be pretty good if we have a game in this range. I still think this is quite a lot of storage. A lot of people that want to play games for hobby might have to delete some other games. I think, I don't know if people will have 60 GB just available for a game, but again, when it is releasing, it's probably going to be 1, 2, 3 years down the line, and we'll see if this also gets updated. SSD is something that I don't think so this game will be playable without, because the assets and all of the Unreal Engine, because it also has something to do with Unreal Engine as well. So Unreal Engine is, we all know it, we have seen it in the games as well, but it's pretty heavy. And I think something like this game with a lot of assets and a lot of everything, I am pretty sure that SSD is a requirement. And if you're on a normal hard disk or a DD, I don't know if you will be able to get a playable experience. Maybe in the start of the city, but the more your city grows, I think it's going to become more, heavy. Plus the loading time. That is something that matters more. Even in City Skyline 1, if you do a little bit of light modding, when I was actually playing it on my normal hard disk, it would give me like 8 to 10 minutes of loading time, and it was City Skyline 1. I haven't tried City Skyline 2 on normal hard disk. I have it always on SSD or NVMe, so I haven't done that. But yeah, I think the loading time is going to be crazy if you don't have an SSD. So definitely SSD is required. And now we do have a more proper listing here in the recommended section, which is again Windows 11. So I'm pretty sure at that point everybody will have Windows 11 if Windows 12 is not released yet. I don't know when this game is gonna release, but yeah. Processor Intel Core i7-12700K and AMD Ryzen 7 5800X3D. Now these are not weak processors, and I don't know how many people will have this thing. People who actually do like a lot of games, people who do content creation, people who do, uh, you know, uh, like game development and stuff like that. They usually have very powerful PCs, but I don't know if a normal user will have this kind of PC. I think a ton of City Skyline player base will have pretty low end PCs or maybe medium and at this point. Uh, because low end, I mean like not really super low end, but probably something with like 8 to 7 to 9 generation of CPUs and not 12 or 14 or something. But I think when the game is kind of releasing, these might become a little bit more accessible and people might have upgraded their systems and everything. But that is not a weak CPU. And I can understand if they're doing everything they're promising in the game. So there's going to be a lot of simulation, calculation, and everything. So CPU is definitely something that's going to be a heavy requirement as well. And then 32 GB of RAM. Now this is also, I know a lot of people still have 16 GB of RAM in their system, and people are getting more and more. And when you look at people who are doing new builds for the PC, they usually go for 32 GB. That I have seen a lot of common. But I'm also thinking that a lot of people with existing City Skyline player base may have 16 GB of RAM. So this is also something that definitely player might want to upgrade as well. I personally have 32 GB, and at times it seems like it's also kind of limited. I haven't seen specific blocker with 32 GB of RAM, but definitely when a lot of applications are open, when I'm playing game, when I'm streaming and everything, it does fill up to like 27 to 28 GB. Especially when I'm fiddling a little bit around with Unreal Engine, then that just completely, eats it. So that's something. Now for graphics card, they're saying GeForce RTX 3090 or RX 6900 XT. These are also not very weak, and I don't think so. I don't think so. 50% or more than that of the player base in Cities Skyline have these kind of GPUs. Because 3090 is a 24 GB of graphics card. Remember that. It is a pretty heavy graphics card, and I don't think so a lot of people have that. And on the other hand, RX 6900 XT is a 16 GB graphics card. And I think people are still using old one. I personally have RTX 3080, which is I think 10 GB variant of it. So definitely something that players might want to upgrade into. I think the minimum probably people are going to target is probably the 40 series of the GPUs on NVIDIA side. But I think graphics card is going to be a heavy requirement. And this also then correlates to City Skyline launch as well. They have very bad performance even on very high end PCs. So people have also seen that launch as well, and they are not very confident. And I can already see all of the doubts happening in the Discord as well as in the online communities and everywhere. So I think it's pretty relevant, and people don't want to get their hopes very high because they were pretty much disappointed with City Skyline 2, and I think it might happen with City Masterplan. Hopefully not. Hopefully the team dedicates a lot of efforts there and build it. They're hiring new people, so it's gonna be nice to have something a little bit more smooth and playable. I think during the beta playings and out of that sections and that those uh, areas, I don't think so it's gonna be that much of a smooth experience. But hopefully, the game when it's actually released to the public, hopefully is a little bit more better and at least play on 60 FPS for everybody. Other than that, there is a ton of feature. Let's look into that as well. But before I continue, I'm gonna have a little bit of tea. Hopefully, you guys have something as well. It's a lot of talking, so I'm not kind of used to this much talking, and I can definitely feel the difference. All right, so moving on. Return to the core of city building, elevate the art of planning. We're gonna look into all of the images and the video trailer a bit in more detail, but let's go through the text here and what we have here. City Masterplan strike the perfect balance between the ultimate realism and smooth control. Now these are both very high promises, I would say, because realism and smooth experience is something that is where City Skyline 2 failed to deliver, and it's gonna be nice to see it finally here. Maybe it will happen, maybe it will not happen, we'll see. Offer something for every city building enthusiast. Now, one thing that I want to mention as well, and they have also mentioned it in their video description as well, is that they were personally looking for a game like this. They were personally looking for something in it, like build out of a, you know, their co-experience, and I want to build the game because they were looking for something like this. So hopefully they're going to be more dedicated. But when you're releasing to public and millions of players, there is a lot that can happen. There is a lot that can go wrong. There is a lot of hardware configuration. There is a lot of stuff. So we'll see how this goes. But I think I'm not gonna get my hopes very high. I'm very positive and optimistic about the game and everything. But still, I think there's gonna be a lot of improvement that's gonna happen. From terrain sculpting to road network layouts, from architecture style to lighting and atmosphere, we provide diverse creative freedom. Every design artist can use flexible made road tools and rich asset library to craft their own visual masterpiece, recreating the city in their mind at one-on-one scale. A ton of things there as well, especially looking at the road tools. Again, these are pretty common in city building games, so it's not something unique or anything. But rich asset library. This is also something that I personally think that City Skyline 2 did very bad to the players. The asset library was really limited in City Skyline 2, and you could tell that when you start to play the game, and after 1 or 2 hours, you would like exhaust everything, and then it just felt like you're just growing the city and just building more and more, and there weren't much things to do, and also everything looked very similar. So they say a rich asset library, which again also go back to the point that we might need a little bit more storage and everything. But yeah, I think I'm really excited for that as well. I want to have a lot of assets. I want to, design good towns, good villages, good cities, good kingdoms, and everything. So really excited for that. Recreating the city in their mind in one-on-one scale. Now that is something I am not 100% sure how they're gonna do it, whether it's gonna be good, bad, or whatever. But one-on-one scale is a big promise, and we will see how it goes. Um, I think it is possible, and I think Unreal Engine is also super powerful. So something that can happen. It just depends on how it is implemented, and I think it's gonna be very exciting to finally build cities on one-on-one scale. A living city is more than just a view. It's meticulously designed machine dive into economic change. Again, something that's gonna be related to all of the um, logistic chains and everything. So Economic chains optimize supply routes, which again tells me that there is going to be some industry specific specifications as well. Tackle traffic congestion. Traffic management is something that is very heavy in City Skyline 2 as well. And almost at one point, the city does become like more of a traffic management simulation than an actual city builder game. So hopefully it's not too heavy on that front. Hopefully we don't have to spend a ton of time just looking into the traffic and figuring out where that one truck is stopped at a light or something, and blocking the whole city. So hopefully it's not that kind of city traffic management. Hopefully it's more of like optimized route so that cars and trucks and everything can move very smoothly, and it does not become a traffic simulator more than anything. The road, the pulse of your city through data. In roads, the pulse of your city through data. Our transparent info panels and realistic simulation logic make every decision precise and effective. This also tells me that they're keeping very close eye on the city builder community, especially City Skylines 2 as well. They recently had a change with their UI as well, which was something that the new studio on the City Skyline to the Iceflex studio, they actually made that change. Their first page was mostly doing some minor changes, UI changes, and things like that. They didn't want to get too much in their first page, and this was something that they did as well. So I think they're keeping very close eye on the community, which is really nice for the game developers. So I think it's gonna be fun. I hope they have all of the feedback of the player from there as well. Intuitive planning experience beyond imagination building limits. The blueprint pen is in your hand. Start from scratch, draw every inch of your city, realize all your urban vision, and embark on the unprecedented immersive building journey. Again, something that I'm really excited about, and something that if yeah, all of this becomes very true, which again is something like it's not gonna happen 100%, but there is a chance that they might be able to achieve it, and there is a chance that we might get like maybe 80%, 75% of what we're promised, even 75% of something, if I'm imagining a city from the scratch, and then being able to build it in a game. I think that's a pretty good landmark. I think City Skyline currently have a lot of limitation in that front. Again, we're also going to jump into City Skyline as well, and go through some comparisons on that as well. Complex network, simple drafting, and unimaginable flexibility. Roads are the skeleton of a city, and we have prepared a set of freedom road building tools capable of supporting any imagination. Again, this is where we are also can take some, features extractions as well. They say they have a set of free form road building tools. So there might be more than one tool that is dedicated to freeform tool, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be the curve, the straight, and these kind of tools. I have already seen their 3 point game, the 3 point road builder tool and the trailer as well. I was super excited when I saw that because it looked kind of promising and it was pretty good. They made pretty good curve with that in the trailer. So I'm definitely looking forward to experiencing one of these tools, the road tools as well. And as they mentioned as well, road is a huge part of city building games and even in City Skyline as well. So I'm really excited. Break traditional building limits. Say goodbye to the rigid grid constraint with flexible road construction tools. You can freely draw various curves, elevate bridges, and complex interchanges. Again, as I mentioned, and this was also a suggestion in the Discord as well, goodbye to the rigid grid constraints. So again, I think there is going to be a free-form building when it comes to roads and when it comes to buildings as well, instead of just all of the building tied to a grid next to a road. I think that is what they meant by this, but hopefully it is that, because I also don't want to be limited to a road. When I'm building, I want to put down building and somewhat keep it connected to the road, but also have a lot more freedom and not have to directly attach it to a road. If this is what they meant, I'm super excited. If it's something else, we will see when the game is released. From quiet country lines to sprawling urban arterials, the rich variety of road types and tools make your planning effortless. So again, country lane. So I have already seen it in the trailer as well. They have multiple road types available, which I'm super excited about, and hopefully they have a lot more than that as well that I saw in the trailer. But yeah, having a lot of options when it comes to roads and designing a city, detailing it and whatnot. I think having more options in roads is going to be a lot more enjoyable. Challenge realistic traffic simulation. You don't need to be a professional engineer to enjoy the satisfaction of managing traffic through reasonable macro layouts and traffic channeling. Resolve congestion challenge and enjoy the power accomplishment of smooth flowing traffic. Again, something that I just mentioned is that I don't want it to become a traffic management simulation more the more you build your city, but I am very excited that if there is like some sort of high level of city or road management or high level of traffic management, I'm super excited for that. I don't mind digging in more into the routes and optimizing it and everything, but I also don't want to be doing road simulator for a whole episode, basically. So hopefully it's not too much of traffic simulation, and there is more tools available and more reasonable, info and dashboards and graphs available that can tell you more about roads, layout, traffic, all of that good stuff. Diverse architecture, free combination, define your own style. Freedom of diverse styles. Break the mold of singular aesthetic. You can build a classic American metropolis and create an intimate Chinese style city. We will explore even more diverse culture style in the future, giving your city a unique visual identity. There's I also want to mention here because I would like to have more option in the best game, like American, Western cities, and then also some Asian style cities that they have already mentioned American and Chinese. Um, I want to have options within the base game instead of relying heavily on DLCs, which is one of my major concern. I hope it does not turn out to be like City Skyline 2, where the base game has nothing and then you have to keep buying DLCs to enjoy the game. I would fully support a DLC if the base game has enough content in itself first. If the base game does not have enough content, if the base game does not have enough stuff, uh, I don't think so. I'm gonna support through DLC. That's basically what City Skyline is trying to do. They have almost like I'm very disappointed with their best game and what is available in their best game. So hopefully it's also not the same experience. We have more options available in the best game. I also think this could be the case because when City Skyline released and it was a competing with SimCity, they had basically kind of the same thing. I don't think so. It has a lot in the base city, but at that time, in the base game, but at that time, going from SimCity to City Skyline was a huge jump, and people really enjoyed that freedom. So I hope that City Masterplan also does something similar, where people from City Skyline can jump into, City Skyline 2, jump into City Master Plan and get more freedom and feel more freedom when it comes to assets, when it comes to end game stuff and base game stuff. So hopefully it's something true to scale iconic buildings. We create landmark building at their true proportion. From material to scale, we strive for precision, ensuring every landmark stands up to close inspection and giving your city building a strong. Now, since they're focusing on one scale, this is something that I totally understand, and I would totally hope that all of the landmark buildings, like for example, if we have Eiffel Tower, if we have, Petronas Tower, or we have, let's say, Burj Khalifa, I think if we have one city and those buildings are like realistic in their scale to what their real counterparts are, I think that's going to be pretty good. I think that's going to be the most detailed city I can imagine. I think rich and intricate detail. We have meticulously crafted a massive, high-quality architectural asset library and utilized advanced PCG technology for dynamic combination. So, this is also where we can talk a little bit about Unreal Engine features as well. But I'm really seeing this again and again that I have as a rich, high quality architectural rich asset library. I hope all of this is accessible to players to fit it on their own and also put them on their own as well. At this point, I am not 100% sure. This might be some sort of like asset library, which then the Unreal Engine tool, procedural content generation tool called PCG. I think that might be using it to come up with building styles and everything. It could be that, or it could be that there is a lot of asset that player can also put down. But when it comes to naturally spawning the houses and everything, I think PCG is going to take full control and take full advantage of that. So I hope it's both. It's available to players for putting it down. Similar to what like City Skyline have mods for that, the props mods. Hopefully, we will be able to do the same. We will have access to the asset directly, as well as the PCG tool can access that to create some more dynamic and high quality assets as well. Whether it's bustling scene of a commercial district or slice of life detail in a residential area, every time you zoom in, you will be met with surprises. So again, hopefully it is true. Hopefully we have districts. Hopefully we have realistic cities. We have detailed city. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of players. There is like various types of players in City Skyline 2. There is one like me who don't know what they're doing. Then we have people who focus more on details, like every single tree is placed meticulously and everything. And then there are people who focus more on building large cities. Then there are people who even build their own cities with assets and mods where they're placing every single building on their own. So we have a ton of styles, and I hope the game is actually suitable for all of them. The next thing is going to be precise control over civic data, make informed decision. Hopefully, this is through balanced welfare and development. Citizen need comprehensive public services, recreational places, as well as suitable housing and ample job opportunities. So again, just tell me about the features a little bit so that we will have like parks, services, buses, as well as housing, commercials, high density, low density, industries for job opportunities and whatnot. And hopefully, what I really enjoy about City Skyline 1 is when you combine all of the DLCs from the industrial DLC, city park, and everything, that is when the game actually become more fun. And I hope that that is something that will be natively available in City Masterplan. At least that is what I am hoping and rooting for. I hope I don't have to rely too much on DLCs to get a lot of the stuff. So really excited about that. Realistic supply chains. As the mayor, you must find the balance between urban expansion and citizen happiness. Again, something that we can actually explore. Like, we have houses, commercial. So we have houses and low, high, maybe even some specialized districts. Then we have commercial, low, high, medium densities. Then we have industries. Public services could include things like police service, medic services, fire services, parks, recreation, landscapes, and things like that. Hopefully, that is what they're referring to. Realistic supply chain experience the economic logic from production to consumption, build rational logistic network to ensure resource can smoothly support the massive data use setting. As I mentioned, I would really love to have sort of access to different types of industries, specializations, and things like that. And I hope that when they mention that supply chains, I hope that is what they're referring to. That could be a very minimum like a residential, commercial, and industrial supply chain where you know um, citizens have to go to houses to live there, then go to the commercial to buy some goods, and then also go to industries for job opportunities and whatnot. So they might be referring to that, but I hope it's way more than that. I hope there is like some specialization districts and things like that where we have more options and more management to do. I think I would personally love that. No more blind decision. The core of the game lies in informal transparency. We provide clear, intuitive data panel to help you see through the phenomena and understand the underlying life of city operation. It's something that I would love, of course. More data is always better. And City Skylines and City Skyline 2 people and players use a lot of mods for this kind of stuff to get more insights into their bus routes, tram routes, and things like that. So hopefully the game City Master Plan has all of that natively, and it would be really nice to see a lot of data, and we can actually usable data. I don't just mean like a bunch of data. I mean a bunch of usable data where we can make some decisions, an informed decision to keep our city smooth and operational, and can actually make proactive decisions, not just decisions, but proactive decisions. The next thing is a grand world, delicately presented, unimaginable immersion. Powered by cutting-edge engine technology, your planning will sit within a vibrant natural canvas. When looking at the trailer and things like that, I can already see that the games kind of seem like more inspired from City Skyline 1 graphics when it comes to the landscape, like the greenish, darkish greenish tones. So I'm really excited to see what this game will. I feel like the City Skyline 2 is kind of more grayish scale, which I don't really like, and I also don't like their lighting and everything. So hopefully, those are the issues that are fixed in this, and I hope that the team does not use the default lighting setting in Unreal Engine. I really had that in every single game, the bloom and everything. When you go to dark areas, when you go to light areas, I know they're trying to be more realistic, but Unreal Engine core lighting and that mechanic I really hate in every single game. I hope they modify it. I hope it's not gonna blind my eyes when I look into brighter screen or brighter areas, and I hope it does not make me go blind when I'm looking at dark areas. Hopefully, it's more adjusted, it's most natural. I also see the same problem in City Skyline 2 as well. Sometimes when you look at something, it just brights up again. Like when you look at the ocean, everything looks very bright, but when you look at the landscape, everything just slow down. I know that going for the realism, but it does not feel very realistic when you're playing the game. I hope it's more consistent lightning. Uh, Hopefully the effect is there, but not as harsh or as raw as like what's available in the engine. A vast building can is the game prefers an incredibly massive map for you, switching from the bustling central business district to the quiet outer suburbs. You have enough space to unleash your creativity and build a true metropolis, no longer restricted by tiny plots of land. Now, this is a big promise, and I also saw that in the trailer of the dimension 24 kilometer by 24 kilometer map, which is really huge. Um, I think the City Skyline one defaults to like about 12 kilometer, so it's gonna be like double the size of that. And I think City Skyline 2, when you unlock the whole map, it goes to like 16 to 17 kilometer by 16 kilometers, something like that. So the map in City Masterplan is going to be very huge, which I'm really going to enjoy because we are building one-on-one scale maps. So it's going to be interesting. I think a 24 kilometer by 20. I hope that the whole thing, the 24 kilometer by 24 kilometer, is the buildable area and not the ocean around it that is not buildable. And City Skyline 2, you have this massive water body that is not buildable. Hope the map does not count that as within the 24 kilometer by 24 kilometer area. Plan a charming harbor city by a vast ocean or build staggering landscape architecture beneath towering snow-capped mountain. The terrain is now just a backdrop. It is both the challenge and the joy of planning. Again, some more features that we can look into here is we'll have multiple things like harbors, and then we also have different style of buildings for snowy environment, and they also mentioned dynamic weather. So I don't know how that's going to affect the overall thing. I don't know if it's going to be like the whole map is going to have one weather all the time, or there's going to be sections where like this area has now snow but this area has rain and this area is sunny, etc., etc. I don't know how that's going to be. I'm very excited for that. And I also think that hopefully there are also some more like heavy rain, storms and things like that, and even blizzard from snow. I think there's going to be more dynamic environment simulation. A diverse and changing weather system will bring a unique aesthetic to your city. Hopefully, it's not just for aesthetics. Hopefully, it's also affect the city in some way as well. Ultimate realistic detail, from swaying of vegetation to the shifting light and shadows on skyscraper. Every detail is true to life. The game presents the world within the astonishing realistic expressive powers. Again, hopefully it's more realistic and not just the raw thing that's available in Unreal Engine. I'm really excited for all of the lighting and stuff. I don't know if they're going to be using Lumen for the lighting, or they might be modifying the technology a little bit here and there, but I'm really excited. Lighting in Unreal Engine is awesome. We cannot really, compete Unreal Engine graphics and lighting to other engines. I know other engines have come down and very good, but Unreal Engine is a different story when it comes to graphics and lighting. I think that's just massive advantage by Unreal Engine, and I hope the game fully utilize that as well. I think that was pretty much the breakdown of the Steam page. Basically, we can assume that there is going to be different zones like residential, commercial, industrial. Hopefully, we have different districts that are specialized, or hopefully, we have multiple zones available. That's what I'm hoping for. And then we have services like, police, fire, and things like that. I think this is going to be awesome. I want to explore that. So we have police, we have ambulance, we have fire, and then hopefully there is also like park, landscapes, paths, roads, other things like harbors and specialized industries and specialized assets, maybe even for areas. And the dynamic weather, I hope it's dynamic. And maybe one map will have multiple weathers instead of just the whole map being one weather. Like, it's snow now, the whole map is going to be filled with snow. If they can pull this off, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, these are the kind of things that we can get from this. Again, one-on-one scale and everything. There's just the general promise. Hopefully, that's what we get from there as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting. Let's also look into the trailer as well in a little bit more detail. Let's see what we can get from that, because there's gonna be a massive part as well. And let's skip that and let's put this on 4K. I'm also gonna take a little bit of break, a 5-minute break, because I need to get some energy back. I need to drink some water, and I will be right back. So you guys don't go anywhere. Okay, we're gonna be back. We're gonna go into the trailer as well and break it down bit by bit and piece by piece. welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Let's continue. I had to drink a little bit of water and whatnot, but yeah, let's continue. Let me bring up my chat here. There we go. Okay. So again, as I said, we explored. I don't know if I said it yet. Anyway, we explored all of the Steam page so far. It looks very promising, and there is a lot of stuff happening. Just to give an overview so far, what we covered is from the Steam page we can have like again all of this city standard stuff like road tools, networks, buses and stuff like that, public services. Hello, Ned. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? So we have like roads, then houses, so different sort of like zones for houses, industries, and commercial. And hopefully there is also a different variety of them, and also different industries. And then after the industry, different districts, because they also mentioned something about district as well. Where is your Minecraft base? It is not built yet. I'm jumping into that. Probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be similar to as today. Probably after that. It's currently it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, so probably Friday and weekends. I think the next weekend is mostly be dedicated to Minecraft. So we're going to see what we can do there. Anyway, so we have like houses, we have district, we have industries, we have public services like police, fires, and medics. And then we have parks, we have some landscape, we have some unique buildings or specialized buildings, or landscape buildings basically. How can it be anything when it doesn't exist? What do you mean? Did you do something to it? Anyway, so let's dive deep a little bit more into the trailer here as well. I think I'm gonna look into one that I downloaded, so it's a little bit more controllable. Let me bring that up here. Is it now working? There we go. Build without limits. Okay, so this screen is also pretty important. This screen is really important because the first thing that we can look into is obviously a beautiful landscape, a ton of buildings. It seems like a variety of buildings. We have some medium talls, and then some low here, I think. Also some huge skyscrapers as well. So that is really excited. A few road tools and all. But what I want you guys to focus on is the text on the screen currently. Let me do that. On the text, because it says captured in game, work in progress, does not represent final quality. All footage recorded using the in-game camera tool, which I am super excited about, because if there is a camera tool within the game, and we can create like time lapses and things like that. I know Cities Skylines 2 also have like in-game camera tool as well, but what I'm looking for more is time-lapse kind of camera, the one that can capture the progress of the whole city, and then you can export that. I hope there's something like that. I hope that we can do that as well. If not that, then I guess the in-game control or the in-game camera hopefully is accessible at least to all the players as well, to create beautiful screenshots, beautiful footage of the cities. So that was something that was exciting. The next thing, what's the next? Powered by Unreal Engine 5. Again, as we mentioned, it's pretty powerful engine, and I have always wanted to have a game that is from Unreal Engine 5 in a more city building landscape. So finally something that we could potentially explore. And also looking at the city, it is looking huge. Start from here and look at that. There is also building all the way over there at the bottom, and then there is also building all the way over there as well. So it's gonna be awesome. I think it is just the same city. Now again, looking at this very specific screen here, what we have is we have some roads mentioned here, but roads here. But if you look closely, we have these retainer walls. I hope it's something that spawns automatically, and I think it does happen automatically when there is a landscape change there, because if you look closely, there is this terrain uh, trying to get around the retaining wall here. So I think it's gonna happen automatically. We can also see some large highways, then we see some smaller one, and then we see some default, not default, sorry, some diamond interchange here as well. I think that is, and I think we have some residential houses here. I'm assuming this is also medium density residential houses here, some normal to low residential houses, and again different assets as well, so that is very nice. I can see this could be a high school here. It seems very more like City Skyline 2 high school, but I might be wrong. It might be just a residential building. But yeah, a bunch of tools here, a bunch of roads, actually different types of roads. So we have two-lane highway here, and then what seems to be one, two, three or four-lane highway here as well. Other than that, the lighting look amazing. We have some industries happening over in there. Then we have again these skyscrapers in the middle there. Very nice, very beautiful. And looking at the shadows and the water as well, looking very beautiful. And the sky as well with all of the clouds and everything like so. So that is very good. And I also see a ton of, let me go back here. I see good decent amount of traffic there. Now, this could totally depend on the area where this is. Maybe residential area does not have that much traffic. But it seems like the traffic is kind of less than what I would expect in such a huge area with major interchange on a highway. It seems a lot less. Could be because of a residential area, could be more interchanges available. But yeah, looking at this, actually, very good lightning reflections, Unreal Engine kind of standard, lightning and graphics quality. Very beautiful sky, clouds, and dynamic weather. It seems. We do have, however, more detailed vegetations here. If you look closely, you can actually see everything more clearly, and every single branch and every single leaf, you can see it, and the trees are also pretty detailed. It could be something to do with their new, what do you call it? Their new tool that they also showcased in the Witcher 4 demo as well. So I'm really excited for that. I think this game will also take full advantage of that. So it's going to be really nice to have finally something more detailed. Look at that, like that. If you go a little bit back here, look at this. Very detailed, very detailed. Again, it's really up close as well, but even looking at that one and looking at the further one, it seemed very detailed. Look at that one. That also seemed very detailed. So it's going to be nice. The vegetation, I think they're going to be taking full advantage of the new Unreal Engine tool. So really excited for that. Okay, now here is another thing. Very beautiful lightning. Look at that. Everything seems very interesting. And this shot has a lot more information about the game. First of all, let's look at the graphics quality overall. Lightning, as I said, was pretty good. It seems like it's kind of either a sunrise or a sunset scene, because I can see the shadows of the building extending way over there. So it seems like, and as you can see, the lighting is also hitting from this area. Looking at the reflections here, I mean, that is awesome. Look at that. These are the reflections of these areas here. So that is very nice. And then also all of the buildings are pretty good detail. Let me get back. Look at that. I also see the sun here and here as well. And this whole building is so much detail. Other than that, looking at the route, the roads here, we have, it seems like a 4-lane road, maybe a 4-lane road with maybe a sidewalk or something here. That's also connected to another 4-lane road. The same one is used here as well. Then we have a 2-lane highway here, connecting into another two-way. I think that's a 2-lane one-way highway connecting into another road. And it also seems like the buildings are not directly placed into the roads as well. They have a little bit more rotation, so there might be a little bit. You're just avoiding responsibilities. Am I speaking? No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not avoiding any responsibility. I'm just going through this game trailer right now, focused on this a little bit. I'm talking back to you again very soon. So yeah, It seems a lot more detailed. Look at this. In this shot here, we can see there is another road here, which is a pretty good one, pretty big one, and also very generic, like urban style buildings placed in this area here. And it seems like there may not even be attached to road. So that is gonna be something. If we have like free access to, placing buildings and everything, this building also seems to be placed on an angle as well. Um, yeah, I also see kind of this thing here, this road here, kind of bridged over connecting into the other areas. There's also another road going through there as well. But yeah, super excited about this. A lot more details. Again, a lot of detail. Okay, so here is a little bit more closer shot of that highway that is connecting here. So as you can see, there is like 2-lane highway going in this direction. Then we also have 2-lane coming in from this side, and also 1 lane. It seems like this is also 1 lane. So 2-lane, 1 lane. And then we also have 3-lane highway here, right? And then we have the off ramp here as well. And it seems like that is also a 3-lane or a 4-lane highway. That I think is a 4-lane highway. So we might have multi-lanes. That's actually pretty good. He does not have a ways to throw it. Yeah, that looks super exciting. And look at this road here. It's going all the way there. So hopefully we have a little bit free access to placing the building anywhere. It seems like this building here is placed on the highway, which could mean that we have free access to placing the building everywhere. Because I don't think we would be able to put a house on a highway. So that's super good. Also these buildings here as well, because I do see a road here, but that building and these buildings are blocking this one. So this one is probably placed in a more free form way, I think. Again, looking at all of those detail and vegetations and everything. So really excited, and everything is in so much detail. Seems like that is a train line or something. No, it seems like a park, a path maybe in a park or something like that, because it goes all the way around there. So again, we will have paths as well, I guess. Again, the traffic is not as much as I think there would be, but really excited about that. And look at this, the landscape tool. Super excited about this one. Did you see that? So looking at this right now, right? I think the terrain just responds to your custom modification. For example, there is nothing right now there. And look at that, automatically some boulders and stuff spawn in. So that is gonna be really nice. Look at that. A lot of details, more detail in the terrain as well. So that's really exciting. And look at this shot. So we have waterfalls. So it's gonna be really nice if all of these are accessible to the players as well. And a beautiful shot. I don't know if this is a custom-made mountain or is it like a generated one. Seems more like a custom-made with all of the details and everything. And there is also snow there. So again, that thing about the weather, we might have different weather within the same city. For example, one area might be a little bit more snowy, other area might be a little bit sunny and things like that. Or it could just be that this is the default, like, map generation, and the higher areas are a bit more snowy, or like, something like that. But it is very much possible that we might have different season within the same map. Yep, more detail, landscape and water. And look at these, the waves here and the reflections on these things. It is awesome. Look at this wave here. Look at it go. Very good. And again, this is the tool, the road tool view that I was talking about, the 3-point road tool. Again, it's in Chinese, but we have some measurements here. We have height, we have length, we have ramp. Okay, so we have different things. So it's going to be managed automatically, because they just clicked it once there. It actually get all of the angle here, and then it gives you another point here. They place it here, and the road just do the curve here. Now, one thing that I noticed, it might be a little bit different than City Skyline. It might be node-based, it might not be node-based, but I'm looking at here. Seems like a node-based because the last part of it is highlighted. One thing that I did notice is how the roads are like cut off here. If you look at City Skyline tools, there are roads they're usually rounded in the back. So this might be something that might work on in the future, or it might be something that they're gonna leave because the both end of this road is like very straight there, and I do see a node highlighted there as well. So this could be a node in a section-based thing that we already have in City Skylines. One thing that I was noticing is when they're building the road, and it is not kind of finalized there, there. So if we look at this specific shot here, I can see the vegetation and everything still on the road, but as soon as they place it, there we go, the marking and everything disappear, and also that um, decoration still seems to be there, the rocks and everything. So hopefully that is fixed, I think. Could be a bug, could be a feature, I don't know. But hopefully we don't get anything on the highways. Again, here we have a 2-lane highway going in one direction, and these are also 2-way highways, and they are creating the 4 side, I think. Look at that. Now this, so we have a lot happening in here. As well, as you can see, we have the normal 2-lane residential roads, I would call it. So we have that for the houses and everything. And it also seems like this one is also finishing very straight there and not rounded at the end. To what City Skyline 2 does. Maybe they will change it, maybe they will not. I am assuming they're not. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know if cars are going to be able to turn around on this same road. So that's going to be one of the things. Another thing I am noticing is, apart from like this huge interchange here, these ramp walls here as well. It's elevated, and we have some ramp walls over there. I do see a lot of like the curved and weirdness and the roads as well, which pretty much is in Cities Skyline 2 as well. But look at this. So there is a road coming off of their one lane. So we have like one lane there. I don't know what that yellow thing is. Could be something different. But then we have going here. We have another ramp here connected to the same road here, as you can see. So that is going to be interesting. And look at this, we have 3-lane highway here. The highway seems more like a plastic or rubber to me than, more of a road texture. It's probably just me, but it seemed more like clean, that more like a rubber kind of thing. We do have some more details on the side here. As you can see, this is textured. It seems like more, rain and things have, have all of the effects on this. But the road is very smooth and clear. They might change it, they may not change it. Pretty good amount of traffic, but I think would probably, traffic here. So we do have that traffic management, I think, happening here. It seems like it's also going into a 3-lane on this side, 3-lane, so 6-lane road. So again, we also saw a 4-lane road, so there is also the 6-red avenue as well. So again, we will have arterials and all of that. This seems like a normal residential road here as well, connected to that one. Very large pillars. I don't know if there's going to be limit to how big and how you can build. It also seems like, I'm not 100% sure whether the game is going to put these pillars automatically in relevant places, or we will have a little bit more restrictive building when it comes to highways, like in City Skyline 1, where you had to do multiple building and breaking the road here and there just to get a pillar in place. So that's going to be really exciting. It seems like one pillar is here and another one is here, so that looks like a pretty good distance. I don't know how the game is going to manage that. So far that okay, so here is the another perspective shot of that what I was looking at. So the yellow road here, it does seem like these roads are just connecting on the one side of the road here, and then we have some highway here going, I think that is 2-lane on each side. Yep, 2-lane on each side here as well. So again, we have like maybe 4-lane 2-way highway here, and then we have 1-way 3 lanes, 1-way 2 lanes, 1-way 1 lane, probably a ramp or something. 2 normal lanes of road here for residential, 6-lane road of arterial here, I guess. So yeah, a lot of detail. Again, another beautiful sunset shot from the game. A lot of more detail in the vegetation. There also seem to be a lot more decoration on the road as well. Like, look at all of these bins here. I don't know if this is something that we can actually place, or the roads are gonna spawn them automatically. Hopefully it is something that we can actually place down. I see some more decoration, some curves and things like that there as well. Some rocks, again, don't know if we will have access to all of the decoration and landscaping tools, but really excited about that. It's a pretty beautiful shot. And here we go. So this is also kind of interesting to me, because we have, again, this is what seems to be a 4-lane road here and a 4-lane road here, connected by 2 lanes here. I don't know if these are separate roads or if this is the same road. Could be a separate road because it is connected here. Okay, and then we have some more smaller 4-lane roads here going in both direction, 2-way 4-lane road. All of this area seems to be that, and then we have 2 lanes here. Yeah, pretty standard, pretty basic. Is that a 3-lane? Yep, that is a 3-lane road. Okay, so we'll have basic tools. So 3 lanes here, 2 lanes, 2-way, 3-lane, 2-way, I think, and this is also 3 lanes, and we have asymmetrical road here. That is asymmetrical. I think these are 2 lanes on this side and 1 lane on that side. So we do have asymmetrical lanes, I think. Although it seems like 4 lane though. It might be the decoration and the marking. One thing that I'm actually seeing, the markings are kind of really weak, I think. No? Oh no, they're pretty good. They're kind of, I don't know what kind of marking they're using. But yeah, this seems like more of a medium density buildings to me. Although I do see a lot of repetitive assets here as well, like the E shape. One thing that I did notice though is how the buildings are placed. You know, if I'll wait for that block as well. As you can see, most of these are like these 2s and these 1s building here, and then we have this E shape here, right? But if you look closely, we have this E shape placed in this direction, so I'm assuming it's facing that road there. But then we have also it placed this way as well. So that is, I think, exciting. No, I think that is the same thing. It's just on the other side. I don't know. Could be different. But I'm looking at this building. It is possible there is also some free space there as well. Very excited for all of this, and there is also seem to be height variations in these buildings, and a lot more detail on the building tops as well. A lot more decoration. Urban mobility systems. So again, some kind of crazy features there as well. Education system. Again, hopefully they actually do a lot more than just putting down a basic school. Hopefully there is gonna be similar to what the Cities Skylines 1 had a DLC for it, where we can do specialized school systems, because they are mentioning education systems. So I'm assuming there is gonna be specialized school for different things like tourism, research and things like that. Health systems as well. So hopefully you'll have hospitals and clinics and things like that. Development system. I don't know what this could exactly mean, but look at that, these buildings and everything, so detailed. Lightning, it seems like all of these buildings are way more lightning, and I think they're taking advantage of procedural generation. And here is what I'm thinking: some of these rooms here are lit, which means some lights etc are turned on there, but this one is looking this way, these two are also looking this way, these two are looking this way, but the assets inside them is different. So I'm assuming they're taking advantage of PCG here to spawn in some decorative assets there maybe, or these might be just textures. They could be very well textures on the windows here and not like inside of the room kind of scenes. Missed a lot of text there. Scale architecture, one-on-one scale architecture. Again, we talked about this in the Steam page as well. I'm really excited to see how it's all gonna look. One-on-one scale details as well. As we saw, this building here is also pretty well detailed here. All of this decoration, the windows, the colors, and the trees and everything is well detailed. The light post or the traffic light post here with residential traffic lights here. I'm assuming there is also some sort of priorities kind of system as well, where you can give priorities to uh, cars or pedestrians. Well, one scale vehicle, the vehicle do look more modern, more detailed, I think, and more of a, like Unreal Engine's lighting. I can see a lot more of that. I'm also focusing on the NPCs here. It seems like they are both the same thing, and the walking style is kind of more robotic, I think. See, but it seems like they are kind of like giving each other some, passing the other guy there. And then on this side, we also have what seems to be a teenage, maybe, or an adult person riding on a cycle. So we might have some sort of like vehicle priorities and things like that as well, cycling and everything. The animation doesn't look super good, but again, I don't want the Sims to be so much animated that it's gonna cost a lot of processing. But it seems like everything seems to be pretty good. Okay, here again we have two-lane road there. I don't see anything new, but the landscape and the mountains and the decorations here, the rocks and everything seems way more detailed. So that's gonna be good. And then again, these are gonna be industrial assets here. I see these one quite a lot, one here, one there. Then we also have these silos type of here. And I think there is also another one with the balls, kind of this one here. I do see a lot more repetitive and industrial assets, but still there's quite a few amount. We have this building, we have this one, we have this one, then we have these ones here. I think these are gonna be like storage or something. But I do see a lot more decoration and a lot more repetition, mostly in the industrial section here. I don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah. Again, trains as well, so that's going to be really nice. And end-to-end logistic system, it chains as well. So that I'm really excited about. Hopefully we have specialized industries, we have specialized systems to take full advantage of train. And it seems like it is a if we look closely to the trend, it seems like it is a kind of a mixed trend. We have some boxes, then what seems to be a liquid tankers, and what seems to be probably an empty trailer there. So that's going to be exciting. Again, more detail here. The grass look more detailed. We have 3-lane highway here, and it seems like we have 4-lane highway, one-way 4-lane highway here as well. So really excited for that. I have a lot of options available. So definitely looking to explore all of that. Dynamic seasons and weather. And again, as I talked about it, I hope there is like multiple seasoning happening within the map and not just one. It seems like very good rain and things. Oh, I think that is snow on the buildings accumulating. So maybe a blizzard or something like that, snowstorm. And 24 by 24 kilometer area. As I mentioned, I think City Skyline 1 is like about 12 kilometer by 12 kilometer. And if you unlock the City Skyline 2 with mods, I think the full area becomes 18 to 17 kilometer by 17 kilometer. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the rough size of what you get in Cities Skyline 2 with mods. So 24 by 24 kilometer is going to be a huge map, but then again, it's going to be one-on-one scale building. So really excited to see how it all goes together. Here it seems like we have a tram track here going here. And then we have different sort of zone. I would assume these are low residential, medium residentials, or maybe even commercial blocks. Could be commercial blocks. And all of these roads are connecting into a highway here. So yeah, I can see a lot of the details in this one. But yeah, we do have some interchanges, some roads, some trains, some highway here. And it seems like in main arterial going through here as well. Mostly, yeah, arterial, I would say. Probably will have collectors in arterial, I'm assuming, because that's just pretty much what we get in city builders these days. So really excited about that. Very beautiful shot. Everything connected, every detail matters, and that's a night shot. So really excited. We do okay. So cargoes here, cargo ships. We might have some specialized industries or something, or probably it's going to the harbor. We will see how it all get connected together, but we do have some cargo ships here, and a huge and tall skyscraper with a lot of details on the buildings here. Now again, I am not sure if these are going to be real assets they're placed within inside the buildings. I'm assuming these are just textures because if they're assets, it's going to be a lot heavy. So it's going to be just textures, I think. So yeah, City Masterplan. I am very excited for the game, and looking forward to seeing it in full action. It seems like we have almost covered everything. Hopefully, it doesn't go the same as like City Skyline 2 launch, because that one was a very terrible launch. We had a lot of performance issues, and to this day, I don't think so. They have covered everything. They have come a long way in City Skyline 2. But again, a lot of people are still complaining. I don't think so. It gathered all of the player base is City Skyline 1 when like City Skyline 1 was the end and then City Skyline 2 started. I think there was a huge amount of player drops, and I still see a lot more City Skyline 1 content, and way less City Skyline 2 content as opposed to what I want to see, more of City Skyline 2. And I personally also don't play that game too much. Um, I probably played it for a little bit, probably played for like a few hours to 80 hours max, maybe. Didn't play it too much. Would really want to explore it more, but recently Iceflex Studio had taken over. I have not played the game ever since, so I'm excited for that. But again, it kind of already, I already feel like very lost in that game, and I don't think it's gonna be worth, spending too much time. Oh, sorry, put down the Virat back screen accidentally. What I meant is to get into the just talking. So yeah, that was our breakdown of the game. Really excited for it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm really excited to play it someday, maybe one day. And it's already 1 a.m. for me. Look at that. I have work tomorrow, so I'll probably just go and do that. I'll probably go to sleep. I will have to wake up tomorrow as well for work. But yeah, thanks to everybody who showed up, and Seba and Schnell. Um, yeah, sorry about that. I was kind of like more focused on the trailer, but I'm jumping into Minecraft and playing for a little bit, and then I will go to sleep. And I will see you guys maybe on my next stream. And also make sure to check out Phantom Gaming 404 YouTube channel, as well as check out my Twitch if you're already on YouTube. I'm gonna be releasing more condensed form of content on this game, so hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm super excited, and let's see what goes. Also, join the communities as well. Join my community on Discord and join the game community as well. It would be nice to talk to everyone about the game and see what the City Masterplan team has for us. They're hiring new developers, so I think a lot is happening on their end as well. I do think the game is going to take a lot of time before it is released, so I think there's going to be a lot of hope and hype both for the game, and hopefully we get it within like the next year or so. Hope it does not get too much delayed like some games that just announce it and then we get it like 6 or 10 years later. Hopefully it is not the case with this game as well. Would really love to play it anytime soon, and definitely would be open to playing the demo if the dev team reach out. I have already reached out to them, but hopefully I get a chance to play the demo as well in play early access. Would really love to do it. But anyway, I think that is everything from this stream. I really enjoyed talking. It was something a lot different for me as well. Usually I just do gameplay and I don't have to talk as much. So kind of something a little bit different, less organized, less more talking, more engaging with you guys. So definitely looking forward to doing more of this stuff as well. Just talking content and not games all the time. But I will see you guys in the next stream. Thank you so much. Bye bye and good night.